Hey guys, welcome back to part 2 of the 5-part series on how to make a GTA 5 10k drop by coding it. So today we're going to be talking about how to do the basics of this. From last episode we did go ahead and create the npcs.javascript file. So now we're going to be doing the base code. Base code is basically the in-game code, what is displayed at the bottom of the screen, etc. So to do that, obviously, you're going to need to go ahead and download Visual Studio Code. If you haven't checked out part 1 yet, be sure to check part 1 out. The playlist will be linked in the description and pop up on the screen right now. Go on this website, download it, and watch part 1, then come and watch this episode. Once you've downloaded this, obviously go through part 1 and then copy pretty much this in your own way if I've explained it perfectly fine in the first part. Anyways, today we're going to be doing the base. To do the base, there are 2 ways you can do this. You could open up the folder, go into your job, and then create the folder, but the easier way to do this is literally click File, and then click New File. Then it will open up like this, then click File, then click Save As. Now this is where you make sure that you are in the right folder. You will notice right here at the bottom, make sure you don't want it to say in plain text. Scroll down and make sure you choose the same one as we did for the first one. Choose the middle one. Do not choose Java. You don't want to choose JavaScript React. You want to do the middle one, the JavaScript JS, ES6, MJS, CJS, and Pack. If you do that, you'll see the one that we did from the part 1. Now you want to go ahead and rename this to base. Make sure this time it's all done in lowercase, but the first one is in the capital letter. So it looks along the lines of base.js, just like that for JavaScript. Then you want to go ahead and click Save. Now you'll notice at the top you'll see base.js, and you'll see the top one from we did from part 1. Now we're on about this. Now if you open up your folder again and go into PS4, job, you'll see we've got base and NPCs now. So now we can start working on the base. First line of code is pretty much the same as the NPC, which I'll show you now. Is going to be obviously the region and in brackets what the NPC is going to be called. So now we go on base, make sure you click on it, rename, and make sure you copy the whole line of this because you're going to need it for the first line of code. Now you won't really need this for the rest of the thing now, so you can go ahead and minimize that out. Now to get this code, start off, open up your bracket and then paste in that first line just like so. Just like the same for this one. Now go ahead and enter down and then type hashtag and then region. Just like that, just like we did for the first one. Now we're going to start doing the base code. Now you want to do a title because that's obviously the title of the job, etc. If I just quickly drag this over to this monitor, this is the job we're doing it on to make 10k drop. You want to go ahead and copy the title name just like so, drag that over to wherever you want to drag it to. In this case actually I'll leave it in the background for now. Let's drag up the code, space down, and then you want to type title. If you type title, and you'll see data transferred, title, transfer item list, then space down, / and then do space, colon, and then title again, but do this, and then do outer bracket, title, then space forward, up arrow, and then paste. Then you'll get the job pasted just like this, then do another up arrow on the other side. Now space down, and you'll notice that the code for this, if you hover over it, it should say this type oof Google this, Global this should go over to this as well. Let's go down a couple. Now you want to choose what you want to display at the bottom of the screen. So as I showed you right at the start of this video, let me just quickly show you again. This is an example for one that's made. At the bottom of the screen you see YouTube, Chasm, Mods. All in nice font. So now we're going to be doing that as well. So let's back out of this, open up this again. Now all you want to do is display, as in DIS, and you'll see dispatch event. Then that is obviously the title for the bottom, and then you want to put true, enter down, and then you want to put the title, type in GIE, and you'll get get selection, and press enter. Side, and then paste the name again. Obviously in this case I don't really want this to be what the description of the bottom is. So I'm going to change it and then type in whatever I want. So I'm going to type YouTube underscore Mr. JBC. Actually, no, we probably could do YouTube / Mr. JBC. To get this / color, type up arrow, then type 3 or whatever number. 3 is red, 4 is blue, and 5 is purple. So I'm going to do 3. So that colors the middle part. We'll do YouTube. We'll do 5 and then up arrow. And then for Mr. JBC, we will do 7 up arrow and get a weird effect. I need to put the number after. Put the 5 there. There we go. You won't notice the color changing here in the editing software for coding, because that's not what happens. Now go ahead and enter down, and now once we've done all that, now you want to sort of display what the player list is going to be up at the top left of the screen. So when you press down on the D-pad, you want it to not freeze. Then you want to put file reader, and you want to put in, you want to make sure you do capital D and then D, for do, and then you want to put not freeze, do not freeze, outer bracket for P, and then you want to put package, and then you want to put side, and when you want to type in the numbers 5 5 7 3 1. Make sure you do that, and you'll notice that the package is all purple, which is good. Then you want to go ahead and put a outer bracket this time, enter down, and then an inner bracket. Make sure it's just an inner bracket like this. And then you'll notice if you enter down one more time, it will automatically space out a couple lines, which is what you want. It should come out 4 spaces, just like this. If you go back, you'll notice that there's 5 dots. That's what you want to see. Now you want to put true. Then you'll see true, just like that. True. And then you want to make money. And then given, all in capital letters. Money give to at player. Then you want to space down again. Make sure you go back this time. Then you want to do a inner bracket. Then then you'll notice these two will connect up. Space down, then an outer bracket. Now we're going to go ahead and have that line of code copied. Make sure you copy this line of code because you're going to need this in a second. Go ahead and enter down, and it'll go down to another 4 gap, just like what you want to. This time we'll type in false. Then we'll type in crash in capital letters. Then you want to put set game mode equals true. Enter down. Go down like so. Make sure you grab the brackets once again. Let's go for a inner bracket, then an outer bracket. Now on this next line of text, go back just a plain. Don't go out 4 spaces this time. Let's just go get myself some space. Now you want to go ahead and type in HU, and then you want to get HTML. You want to go for this one right. Where is it? Here it is. HTML input element. You'll notice it comes out in color. Space. Then you want to put at player / true. Then you want to space down that. Now we'll get into stats. Pretty much the main HUD for it done for the map. Now you want to sort of load out where the actual map is going to be. To find out this line of text, this is for spawn point. So we want to go on the spawn point like we did for episode 1. Inspect element, and this is where we find out the HUD. Now to find out the HUD, you want to scroll all the way to the top of the page. It could be a lot of code because of the spawn points, just let it come up. If you go all the way up to the top of the screen, you'll see the basic main page for the as I told you from earlier, the KHTML. So now you want to go ahead and double click on all of this, and you'll select all this, and you'll see JavaScript for JS. That's how you know if you got it right. Now press Ctrl C and copy it. Now once you've copied it, go back to here and you'll see the HTML input element, and you want to put input equals true. Then you want to put fac, but make sure you do fac all in capital letters like this, and then you want to do space for each, and then you'll get If you type for each, it will come up with this nice line of code. Now you want to put for ARRAY. Make sure you go ahead and type in how many spawn points you've got for the enemies. So in this case, for the job, I've got a total of, you might not be able to see one because it's stuck behind, but I have a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. 6 spawn points. So you want to go ahead for this line of the code, go back, and then you want to type in 6. And this is 6 for each, and then you want an element. And this is where you want to go ahead and paste what we just copied, just like that. You might have to go all the way back because it will take up a lot of your screen. Make sure you just don't mess around or go any backspace or any of that. Otherwise it will give you an error when injecting this menu, so don't really mess around with that at all. Now space down and type in TI, and then you'll see time range, time ranges, and then you want to put OP for option. Then you want to put equals true. Space down, then you want to type in job equals active run. You want to put, make sure you do run.exe. Then you want to space down and put active. Then you want to type in, where is it, back bracket, and you want to put open in capital letters. Then you want to space down one last time and type in IP for import scripts. Then you want to put, now for the import script, because this is the base, you're going to have to go back to this a couple times. For the NPCs, you want to go ahead, go back to NPCs, and you want to go ahead and copy just the first line of code, just like here. This is pretty much going to be the end of this little section here. Import scripts, space down, and then put import active, and then you want to type in slash list in capital letters, and it will say file list. Space down, and you want to paste in the first line. Go ahead and bracket it out. Then you want to go ahead, go to the top of the screen where we got base, because obviously you need to be able to import the file that you're currently running. Space down. Then you want to do a outer bracket, then a inner bracket, space down, and then paste in this again. Now that's pretty much the end of the baseline code. Every time you add a new base or NPC or new file, you're going to have to keep adding this over and over again. So for the next line of code, it will be another outer bracket and then a inner bracket, and then for example, say we had another one, but say this was something different, so say this was just called job, then it will be this, for example. But for now, we're going to leave it just like this until we get more pages. But every time you add a new page, you have to add it as a list right here. So make sure you have got file list here. If file list is not green, make sure down at the bottom right that you have got JavaScript active, otherwise you're basically doing all this for no reason. Now what you want to go ahead and do, now you've done this page, is quickly go ahead and click file, and make sure you click save as. Make sure you save it in this folder. Actually, the best option to probably do is file and just save, because I know it's already saved as in here. As you see now, we got base and we got NPC, and it should be roughly around about 3 GB, 4 GB if you've done exactly what I've shown you so far. Now we're going to be working on to the next section of this. So the next section, we want to go ahead and click file and then new file, then obviously file and then file save as. Now we can go ahead and make sure we go to the bottom, same as the start. Make sure we select JavaScript, JS, ES6, MAJS, CEGS, and pack, and you'll have the same. Now this last one needs to be probably the most crucial part, because this is where everything's going to be happening. All you need to do is just type the $sign. That's it. That's it. $.js. And click save. Now you're going to see at the top $.js. Now this is where before you start going ahead and focus on main stuff, go ahead and let me just find the job. Make this so it's a bit easier. Click rename and make sure you copy the whole thing again. Go back to base. Actually going to go ahead and drag base here, because we're going to go back to it every time we've finished a new code. Now go here and paste the thing in. Make sure you put it in brackets. I forgot to mention that. There we go. Copy this, because we're going to need this in the code. We'll go ahead and space down. We'll do a outer bracket and a inner bracket, ready for the next line of code that we will have in another section. Go back to here and paste the first line as the open key. And all you need to do now is basically space down, type in open, let's start at open, and you want to put outer bracket, me, as in menu bar, open menu bar, true, space down. Guys, at this point in time, you want to press the space bar 4 times. So you'll hear me press it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now if you start to type, you'll notice it will go in line with the last letter of the file name if you've done it correct. Now you want to go ahead and click where it says global this, then space it down and it will go on the same level, and then you want to make sure you type in false. Make sure you type in false, otherwise you'll find out what I mean once we publish the actual job, and you'll understand why this doesn't work. Space down, and then you want to place space down again, make sure you're back on the main level. Then you want to put true equals, and then the amount of money for this job again. Then you want to do $, 10, and obviously comma 000, just like so. You'll notice the zeros will be a different color to the numbers. Don't worry. Remember for the NPCs we did the money and then region. Now you want to go ahead. Oh, one thing I forgot to mention. I'll probably explain this. Hashtag region. Always do a region under your title for your game or file. As you see, region on this one, region on this one. You all need to have region, otherwise it just won't work. Then to end off this whole section, you want to make sure end region, and then you've got that section cornered off now. Now you want to make sure that when they drop the money now, because of the new update, you have to make it through snacks. So you want to type in the snack number code, but before you do that, type / snack. And then you want to type in equals true, and then you want to press enter to go under it, drop, then you want to put decode URI component, just like that. On the same line of code, put in capital letters drop, oh my god, drop. This time click here, don't click enter because it will drop, it will put a new code in, drop equals true, and then you want to type in brackets money. Make sure you do a capital M and everything else lowercase. Then you want to enter down and go, well, whatever the game message you want it to say at the end. I have to pick up the money. My opinion would just be update complete. This will make it so you don't get any errors. And then you want to do a @ symbol. Then you want to go down. If you scroll down a little bit down, you'll see data view. Make sure you click that. Then go ahead and where in between the @ data, make sure you do a outer bracket, then a inner bracket, and it will corner this in. Then go ahead and space down and do a hashtag and then end region. That is it for the $, because now that all links into the NPC as well as the base. So guys, I hope you've enjoyed part 2. Part 3 will be coming soon. I hope you really enjoyed this video. Be sure to consider subscribing and liking for the next part 3. Let's try and go for a goal of maybe 50 likes if we can get it. But remember, the one thing you need to do, I'm going to mention this before the video ends, remember to file and save, guys. If you don't file and save all this time and effort, it's a lot of time to code this is, and it takes a lot of time to do. So far I managed to squeeze this into 20 minutes worth of video. Obviously you're going to be watching this video over and over again just so you remember what to do. So please remember to save, otherwise it's going to take a lot of time. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you when part 3 is released. In a bit, guys.